Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. We're live in Park City. Now, we love to highlight community members that have unique stories. And for all of you who are taking some twists and turns, maybe in your own career, this next guest is going to give you some motivational hope. I am talking to Micaela Carriel. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, you are now a Park City High School teacher.
Yes, I am.
Right? But that was not necessarily the plan to start with.
No.
So you're like, that was not what the whole goal was. So let's go back, way back to soccer.
Oh, okay. So
we'll go all the way.
Yeah, that's a long way. I played Division I soccer at Northern Illinois University, and then after college I decided I wasn't quite ready to use my degree. So I went to Australia and played professionally over there for about a year. And came back to play in the league that was in the United States, and unfortunately it had folded. So
it wasn't quite what soccer is today now.
No,
yeah.
it kind of went bankrupt, so it was kind of in the transitional stages.
Okay.
So I kind of bebopped around Chicago for a little bit and decided, hey, you know, still not quite ready, and my brother actually told me to try out for the U.S. bobsled team.
So how do you just jump from, you know, hey, you finished college, you were a professional soccer player in Australia, now let's just see what bobsledding is like?
I don't really have a good response to you. When I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm going to try out for the bobsled team. She's like, that's great, honey. What do you want for dinner? I was like, no, seriously, I am going to try out for the bobsled team. I have no doubt, honey, but what's more important is that I have, I know what you want for dinner. So it was just kind of one of those things that fit and just kept kind of rolling. I tried out.
So you just started training and
so I kind of dropped everything and started training, and trained 2 days, twice a day in Chicago, and went to a tryout and said, hey, I'm here, and they went through the process and kind of had a shot. So they said, hey, you need to move to Lake Placid or you need to move to Park City.
There's two Olympic training grounds in this country.
Yeah,
either in Lake Placid or you're here.
Yeah,
yes.
Park City really isn't a training ground, but there's a gentleman on the team, Jim Carriel, that was like, hey, if you come out to Park City, I'll train with you. I was like, oh, okay, great. So I moved out here because I liked it out here better than Lake Placid. And
of course you did.
Yeah.
Lake Placid's very cold.
Yes, it is. It's very cold. So we trained for a while, and now actually we got married in October.
I was going to say, and now give you the little addendum to the story is now they're married.
Yes, we are married. We've been married since October.
But I think the fun of it, especially for Motivational Monday, is, you know, people sort of get stuck on this is my path and this is what I'm going to do, and you had your degree, and then the next step would be to, you know, get a job in that field. You decided to move to a different country and follow a passion with sports. Then you came back, that didn't work out, and you thought, okay, I'm just going to try something new, completely out of my wheelhouse, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Obviously successful, right?
Yes, it was very successful.
You got to end up training with Olympians.
Yes. So I was, I did not make it to the Olympics, but I was very happy and proud to be part of the process to help them get to where they are, because we earned 2 medals.
Well, especially
in Sochi,
just starting so late in life compared to a lot of people that I'm sure with bobsled is like growing up, you know, thinking this is what they're going to do.
Bobsled is actually a transitional sport. So you do your original sport and then you go to bobsled.
You move into
yeah,
bobsled?
No one really wakes up and starts having their child go to bobsled lessons at the age of 8.
Yeah, like just drive in the back, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
with a neck injury.
So they recruit athletes after their first kind of tour and their first original sport.
So not only did you have a fantastic experience, you got to move out to Park City, you met your husband.
Yes, I did.
But now you get to share your life experience with Park City High School students.
Yes, and I could not be happier where I'm at. I mean, I love being at Park City High School. I love being part of the community. My husband works at Deer Valley, so we're integrated into the community, and it's really nice.
So how did you go from training here with the bobsled team to now I'm going to be a teacher in the Park City School District?
I always knew I was going to be a teacher. It was just a matter of where. After we got back from what we kind of dub Olympic Training Week to help the athletes and the drivers get used to the course, and I was done with bobsled after that, and it was, hey, do I stay here or do I go to Chicago or back to where I'm from? And I just decided to stay and kind of see where Jim and I ended up and see what Park City really had to offer, because when you're training you don't get everything.
Right.
And it took a long time to get into Park City High School. It was my goal. It took about 4 years.
I was going to say, that's not an easy
No,
feat.
it is not. It is a fantastic school district, and it's great to be a part of it. And it did take about 4 years, but I could not be happier.
Well, and I think I was reading the article that was in the Park Record too, you know, working at River Horse at night, subbing during the day, training during the day.
I forgot about that.
I mean, it was like endless. This was not like an easy, quick jump to where you wanted to be.
No, but I never really took the easy path. So you just kind of go, you see what you want, and you go after it, and whatever it takes, you do it. And
well, and I think too, just the sort of ease of transitions and the different paths that you chose, and I think that's what makes you clearly so happy with how things ended up because there's no like what ifs.
Yes.
Right? I think that's huge. So for Motivational Monday, if you were talking to people and they're saying, you know, I'm not sure what I want to do, or I'm supposed to do this, but I don't really know if I'm ready to start, what's some advice that maybe you give to your students or you would give to your peers?
When I graduated college, my father gave me a lot of nuggets of wisdom, but the best one that he probably ever gave me was, you're young enough, no matter which fork in the road you take, it's never a wrong answer. So give it a whirl, and if it's not, it will just lead you back to a different path. So that's kind of my safety net, that no matter what happens, you can always backtrack a little bit if you need to.
I love that, or just sort of recalibrate, right?
Yeah.
There's no wrong choice.
But when you're older, like right now, this is exactly where I want to be. I don't have any, oh, what if I would have, what if I wouldn't have done that. I'm in the classroom every single day doing exactly what I want to do. So I couldn't be happier.
What a great message to send to your students, too. What a great way to kick off Motivational Monday. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
Micaela.
me.
What a great story. All right, we're going to take a break here on the Mountain Morning Show and continue our Motivational Monday with more news with my fantastic guest co-host today, Mike Wong, as well as the Park City Library live in studio. You won't want to miss it all happening right here on Park City Television.